I think my biggest win is you teaching me and giving me the tools and really like in the content group, um, the way you structured the content group of like, watch this video, do this, and then
Mhm.
complete. Like there was a good structure and following in your structure. And because it was like so easy for me to do that, I was able to connect with um, people from all around the world. And I'm also able to like, I think my biggest win is making a Facebook group and nurturing people and connecting. That's basically like, I just want to help as many people as I possibly can. And prior to having like worked with you, never dreamt of like the whole international thing. I was just local. I think my biggest win now is really, really connecting with like-minded women and having them hire me, and then yeah, internationally. It's all about the connection, and I'm like getting my hand, well, just connecting with everyone, everywhere. It blows my mind. I love it.
I love that. And to give you guys context, Amy last week signed a US client and an Australian client, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. And how has your journey been of like, so obviously you left your 9 to 5, which also means you reached a lot of your goals. So tell us about what were your goals and how you reached them.
I guess some of my goals were letting go of the fear of leaving the 9 to 5. I don't know about most people, but I would assume that's like the biggest fear. So letting go of that. Also, it was like, can I let go of my 9 to 5 and afford to be able to live? Right? That's like it. Like, am I being stupid here by just dropping it and then taking a leap of faith? But no, it was really like leaving my like I was as I was doing my first month with you, I made the same amount of money I would as my typical job, and then the
That's
second month
huge.
I
Within
made
the first month.
I made this even more money. And one of the things, like I have to say this here, is that one of the things is that it was working so well that I was like, okay, Miriam, we need more. I need more from you. So we had another like discovery call, which is super epic. And you're like, okay, now we're gonna do some one-on-one. And I was, again, there was like still that fear, but I was getting used to conquering the fear because I think it's
Mhm.
something you get used to. And I was like, ooh, can I afford it? Um, of course, like, we always tell ourselves we can't afford it. We can always afford it because, and I wanted to say this because in my head, when I was like, can I afford it? I'm like, whatever. I know I could afford it. I'm just going to do it. And then within 24 hours, I made more than my money back with you
That's
just from that
insane.
one talk.
It's just like mind blowing to me too, because I love that, like, like I'm always there, like, Amy and I talk on Voxer now. Obviously, Amy made more than her full time income, like before. I never like ask, we never scale before we're ready to scale, right? Like, you could totally make a full time income out of the program. But one of my favorite things to do with Amy is Voxer, because we're both on Voxer together, and I'm always like, okay, what's your win today, or what's your next thing? And I love it because in real time I got to really see you closing these clients. And I didn't know, because I didn't know how much you sold everything for. So I didn't realize that it's, now that I think about it, that's obvious. That was actually significantly more than I think the 3 months together, even, of what we had. I mean, back, which is insane. That's literally mind blowing, is making me super, super excited. And I think I don't think you're the only one who has that fear, by the way. Like, I know that, like, I think every single person I've worked with is like looking at, okay, how much is it costing, right, etc. And then, but the ROI, and like, I love that it was for you the best investment you've ever made, because that makes me feel like so happy, because I'm all about like making sure you guys get the most like epic ROI. So I really, really love that.
Yeah, yeah. No, it put me on a high too because people don't want to talk about money because it's so like, oh, don't talk about money. But once you get past that whole fear of it, it's just like, how amazing is it that I can invest some money in you, well, in your services, and
Right.
then how confident and I feel like more self-aware and amazing as a person too, because I trusted my intuition and I'm like, no, I
Mhm.
think I'm gonna go with this. and then it literally paid off, and I made money by booking you. Like, I don't know if I told you that before, but yeah, the next day I was like, this is less than 24 hours, and I already made it back. I'm like,
I love that. I'm super driven on making sure that you guys are getting epic results. So that is motivating me. Like literally, like I was having this conversation with my husband yesterday, and I think it was after I finished. We were having a Voxer discussion. And he was like, "You look so happy." And I was like, "Why? Thank you." And then we were just starting to have a conversation, and he was like, "I really feel like you're the happiest when you're working on your group program." And he just said it, and then we are going for a walk like that same night, and I was like, "I wanted to ask you, like, why did you say that to me? That like you felt like I'm the happiest when I'm in my group program." He's like, "You literally care so much about them being able to get results that like I see you just like checking up on them, and you get like literally so happy." And I'm like, "Yeah, like I really, really do." And that's why like it literally, this is such a genuine excitement for everything you're doing, because it makes me literally so happy. And so I'm gonna ask you a tough question for myself, which is, how was your experience even like working with me?
Ah, that I don't know. That like brings me to tears.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that's a big question. Um,
you're
I
gonna make me
feel like,
cry. I'm getting emotional now.
sorry. Whew,
No,
but
no,
that is
it's
a big
totally
question.
okay. I love the the just the genuineness of all of this, if that's
Sorry.
even a word right now.
Yeah, sorry, but yeah, because I think a big part of it, a big part of the thing that I do with trauma and stuff is building resilience. And the background and for anyone to build resilience is to have one person that believes in them.
I love that.
And that's what I preach working with children. That's what I preach working with women. I said, as long as you have one person on your team, you're good to go. You could thrive and do through anything. So I really feel like you're that my person.
Oh, that
So
means
thank
so much
you.
to me, Amy. You have no idea. I want to be your person
Sorry.
forever. I honestly, and what you're saying is so true, because I 1,000% believe in you. And I've seen, and for everyone watching here, I've seen Amy work and I've seen her in action, and she's freaking mind blowing. Okay. So, and one of the things I love to do with anyone that comes on is really go and look at their content and look at what they're doing. And I usually do that before even the discovery call, because believing in you guys is like so, so important. So, Amy, I believe in you. And even I know we talked about your new goals, and you were like, and I'm not gonna share exactly what her goal was, but basically Amy like messaged me and I told her, what's your new goal? Because now you've achieved your goal, so we need to create them new ones. And then
Yeah.
she's like, is that too much of a goal? And I was like, no. Because it isn't, right? Like it's all about the new goals. So let's talk about moving forward. What are you most excited about moving forward?
Um, I guess all the possibilities. One thing that I do want to share that I really like too about being part of the content group is the women in it.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just also like, so they're like supportive, and everyone does different things. So, and everyone really wants to see everybody thrive and win. So like it's amazing that like we have life coaches, we have social media people, we have photographers, um, like, and that's how I felt like I got advanced so fast too, right? Because like I had Ola is a photographer. I'm like, perfect, Ola, let's do my pictures. And then I had Fidela that was like help me with Instagram. So I'm like, perfect, Fidela, let's do this. I have like, and like, meeting Melina and meeting everyone.
Yeah.
um so yeah, and moving forward, I just want to use all those resources and keep learning and just keep growing and keep, at the beginning of January, I did my vision board and I wrote on it that I want to help 100 women. And I realized after about a week that I helped 100 women in that week.
Whoa,
So,
that is insane.
yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, like that, not that, I was just like, okay, this is bigger than I really think it is. You know what I mean? I think it's
Yeah.
it's bigger, and I think there's like endless possibilities. So now I'm like, okay, well, I guess I want to maybe help 1,000 women. I don't
Yes,
know.
add that zero to your vision board. Get that Scotch tape
I
add
know.
on there.
So I think it's like, every week I learn more and it grows, and
Yeah.
then I'm making more connections and it's growing more, and I'm learning more from you. And every week I guess my mind gets blown that I'm like, okay, now we're here. Like, whew, that happened fast. It
Yeah.
happened also fast, really. And I told you, like, a lot of it was overwhelming because it happened so fast that I was okay with the part of it happening fast. I was just needed time um,
Jesus.
to like digest it all.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I loved everything we talked about right now. And I think like it's so amazing to see actionables and see you have had like goals and exceeded them so drastically in so little time. And being able to actually, I think you matched your original goals within that first month. And then we moved forward
Yeah.
to that afterwards, which is insane. And
Yeah.
so I want to leave everyone with that. Do you have anything you want to add or any final words you want to share with everyone?
I just wanted to say that, like, I guess all the first goals that you helped me set were super uncomfortable, like super, really uncomfortable. But then like I just had your voice in my head saying like, just do it, just do this, and then go and do it. And then I'm like, okay, okay, I'll do it. And then so I'm getting used to it now. But I'm happy that you helped me like leave my comfort zone too. I think that was a big part of it, in supporting me in doing that. So thank you for that. I appreciate everything you do.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love being. Just this whole talk is motivating me so much right now. I like thrive by you guys' response, and like I literally get so invested and emotional when you guys are like exceeding your goals and you're reaching them. And yes, I'm gonna push you. For anyone watching there and it's like debating whether or not you're gonna join, I will assure you that one thing I'm gonna do is really push you because I do believe in being your biggest cheerleader.
Oh yeah, consistently nurture and push me, and I love it. I need that. I need that. My business needs that, and I think the world needs that because I have a lot of good stuff to offer, and you help me put that into the world, right? So thank you.
Absolutely. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for those of you who are watching. And thank you, Amy, so much for taking the time to share the journey with everyone because I think it's so amazing to be able, there's so much vulnerability in like, like even got emotional right now. There's so much vulnerability in taking that time and sharing. And the truth is not everyone's comfortable doing that. So thank you so, so much for sharing everything with us. And what I'm going to do is I'm also, for anyone watching on this, if anyone also would like to connect with Amy, just shoot me a DM and I'll give you her information so you're able to. And if you're watching this on my page, and I will tag her as well so you're able to connect with her. Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.